Hey everybody, I'm Stephen Kalayjian and welcome to Back to the Futures. I'm here every Tuesday and Thursday from 1:30 to 2. Wow, we have such an explosive market. Markets are feeling good about the election. Finally, it's getting out of the way here. But again, it's up to the candidates. I think the market is favoring the Republican candidate Trump right now, and that's what they're hoping for. But if this isn't the case, I say one word, look out below. We had some really great patterns here today. We got the big buy reversals on the 15 and the 30-minute and the 60-minute time frames. And we're going to look now to get this pullback here on the 15-minute time frame. What else here? We had a really great pattern here this morning on the this is the 30 and the 60-minute time frames. And then if you switch here, you can see this is the first pullback on the 5-minute time frame on the S&Ps. We got this pullback around the 11:05 time period, and really that's really been the whole tell of the story here all day. We're really just looking at, this is the first pullback on the 5. The S&Ps, I believe they got down to the 82.5, 83.5, and they never looked back. They never looked back. It was just unbelievable buy there. With that being said, we're right now we're about 2.5 hours till the end of the day here. Obviously, the election is going to be the core factor here for us, right? But what we're really looking at overall, is to determine whether or not we're going to be in a situation that for the next couple hours, it's just going to be pretty much just very quiet here. Very quiet, as I would think, okay? And if you look at the market, you want to really just take a look at the 15-minute time frames right now, and that is really truly important. Looking at these 15-minute time frames and really seeing everything that we're seeing in the way that we're seeing it. Meaning, when we look at the market, we want to be able to be in the situation right now. So we got this little pullback right here on the 15 right here. And then this is the real big pullback here. And hopefully that we get a more decent pullback on the S&Ps here for another push up. A lot of great stocks have been trading here. And it's just really relative to how we're looking at the market and what we're just being very patient, being patient for the right moves, being patient for the right entries here. Okay. And so what we want to be able to do is to just wait. Okay. Wait for these 15-minute time frames. S&P futures, I think they can maybe get a push down to the I would look to buy 90, 92.5, 97.5, or 93.5, 98.5. These 15-minute time frames are going to be very powerful. This is the first pullback on the 15-minute time frame after the 30 and the 60-minute time frames reverse to buy. So let's cross our fingers. Let's see if this pullback happens here, and we can see the pullbacks happening here now. And it's really relative to how we look at the markets based upon looking at the three big time frames, the 15, the 30, and the hourly. Now, again, anything can happen here, right? Because of, you don't know if a tweet comes out or if a news event, if one candidate is leaning more towards the other. But, these 15-minute time frames should set up here, and that's what we're hoping for. What else? Okay. Again, that was only really one great pattern. Now, I did take a short on the S&Ps here, right here near the top. And the reason being is that it made the new high in the MACDs. If you draw your horizontal line, when the 15, the 30, and the 60-minute time frames reversed to buy, they were they just really got to a point, okay, that they were deeply overbought on the 15 to 30 and the hourly. You were in the 95, 97 overbought reading. And for me, and you're making new highs, and the MACDs, the non-confirm. You can see here the spiders on the 5-minute time frame. We're trading in the 163.45, 163.50, somewhere in that neighborhood. But you know what? In the end, I just really got to tell you, I just did not see. I did not see a reason to buy up there. I was looking for shorts, and the short patterns really were very, very powerful, very powerful. In the sense that when you're looking at the market, you just want to be able to recognize and see that the shorts really were extremely very bullish up, the bearish up there. And so when you got that push up, okay, making new highs, non-confirmation. Normally, I wrote this program. When you get big buying pressure, the first pullback will be very shallow on the 15, as I showed you right here. And then the next pullback right here, the next pullback will be the deep oversold condition. And this is what I'm banking on right now, okay? This is what I'm banking on right now. Again, normally you get one pullback on the 15-minute time frame. Today, it looks like we're going to maybe get two, okay? Today, it looks like we're going to maybe get two, all right? What else here? Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, I'm just unwinding some positions here. Just looking for some. Okay, S&P's pushing down here now. Okay, there goes Nvidia pushing down. Again, we're up 52 points on the S&Ps. We hit a high of, I think, 10 and a half, 11. And overall, it was a very, 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 very beautiful pattern. From here, the S&Ps ran from the 83 and a half level all the way up to the 10 and a half. So they ran close to 27 points on the S&P futures. Very, 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 very strong. Very strong. Okay. Let's see here. We got Bitcoin up over 3,000 again. Bitcoin's hoping that Trump wins because he's very big in the crypto markets and a very big proactive person in the crypto market. Again, right now we're just getting, this is a really deep oversold condition on the 15. I just hope they just don't fall apart here on us. Again, with elections here, anything is possible. But more importantly, what's really important is to really understand that when you're trading the markets in such a way, you want to be able to be in the best situation possible by looking at the charts using the multiple time frames, the 5, the 15, the 30, and the hourly charts. And when you have that type of sequence there, it's really relative for you to understand that when you get these oversold conditions, okay, you want to be able to trade the market efficiently and effectively. S&Ps, if you're long here, I'd look to sell anywhere between the 96 and a half and the even 96 to even here right now. One of the things that's important is to have patience when you're trading, having the ability, the patience to really understand which way the markets are going, understand the importance of the markets in such a context that when you're trading the markets, you want to be able to recognize. So when you got this pullback here on the 5-minute time frame, I had huge buying pressure. The 15s were getting a little oversold into the positive MACD. And you know what? I said to myself, boom, there goes the S&Ps. Beautiful. And I said to myself, this is really a really great pattern here. And I'm going to buy the first pullback on the 5-minute time frame. The NASDAQ futures on that 5-minute time frame, well, let's see. The Qs, let's see. From that time, they ran about over 100 handles on the NASDAQ. And the S&Ps, like I said, ran about 27. So a really powerful move there. Okay. Again, if anybody has any questions, my number is 914-500-7484. I do stream each and every day from 9 to 4. But, one of the things that I want you to recognize and understand is that you got to be consistent in the market. Being consistent each and every day is really super important. And you want to be able to use pattern recognition, use multiple time frames. Everything I teach is based upon combination theories. So with that being said, it's all relative to understanding the scope of how you trade. You want to trade scalp trade. You want to trade, anywhere off the bigger time frames, the 15-minute time frames. You want to trade off of the smaller time frames like the 5 and the 3 minute. But one thing, guess what? There goes the S&Ps, right? Boom, boom, beautiful pattern, beautiful pattern off the 15s. I think there's still room to go here. But the one thing I will tell you that people have a hard time struggling with is the consistency factor, right? I can't tell you how many people I know, they like to trade without using stop orders, right? Now, I tell people all the time, do you have a family? Yes. Do you have children? Yes. Okay, great. Do you ever drive in a car that you don't apply your brakes? No. Okay, so then why are you doing it here, right? Why are you doing it here? And the one thing I will tell you is that, you could have a mental stop in because, once it's getting near, or look at the S&Ps go here, this ran 7. But, like you say to yourself, well, maybe what you like to do is to be able to be in a situation that will give you the best opportunity. And that opportunity for me, okay, is something, look at these S&Ps go here, 8 handles, beautiful, spiders, S&Ps, beautiful pullback, okay? But, the one thing that people tend to forget is you cannot go wrong taking a profit. Like I would be out of this trade right now. 8 handles on the S&P or even 6 handles on the long is really good enough for me, And that's what I'm trying to say is that when you're looking at the markets, you want to be able to be in the situation. You wait patiently. That's why I have on my 5 keywords: consistency, discipline, patience, passion. Okay. And you have to have the consistency, discipline, patience, passion. Okay. And you want to be able to, and confidence, right? You have to have the patience to want to wait for the pattern. I waited all day for this pattern to set up on the 15-minute time frame. Normally, when you get big buys or sells in the market, the 15-minute time frame sets up anywhere between the 1 to 2 or 12 to 2 area. Yesterday, we were very fortunate. We had 2 pullbacks on a lot of stocks off the 15s. And, it's all about one thing. One thing is that, what? I waited patiently. I had some great longs. I had some great scalp shorts, some great scalp longs. But guess what? In the end, I waited patiently for that 15-minute overbought condition yesterday. And then boom, they dropped 15 handles on about 12 to 15 handles on the S&P. I've been doing this for close to 42 years. Next year, August 1st of 2025, 42 years in the industry, 42. So, it's all relative to, the experience, the amount of time you invest. There's only about 1 million people in the world who sit in front of a computer and trade each and every day. But again, what's really viable and what's really super important is the understanding that if you can just be consistent every single day and take money out of the market, you will go a long, long way. All right. Again, I'm here every Tuesday and Thursday from 1:30 to 2 at Back to the Futures. It's my pleasure to be here every Tuesday and Thursday. I'm very, very honored to do this with the likes of the Dan Raju and the team here at Tradier. Great platform. And so many people are coming to me from all around the world and saying, Steve, I want to learn futures because of the PDT rules. So many people are, trading stocks. And, and I say to them all the time, well, just be consistent. start with paper trading, go to micros, and then for micros, you go to the big ones, right? And then eventually, so like today, when I got this pullback right here on the 5, so many people switched back to the big ones, right? And that's confidence though. So if you bought, S&Ps, we called it, let's say you bought them between the, I don't know, you bought them between the 85, 84, 83, whatever they got down to. And then next thing you know, they rip, right? 5, 6, 7 handles. Let's say you bought 2 big ones and, your average price 84.5. To blink, they were 90. That's 6 points, right? That's 6 points. That's $600 on 2 big ones, okay? And a lot of people, what I'm seeing here is what they're doing is they're trading the market and they're using a ton of micros. Like they'll be scaling in 3 here, 5 here, 7 here. And I can't tell people what to do, but if that's their prerogative, then that's what they want to do. But in the end, what's important is that at the end of each day, they go home in the green. That's all I really care about, to go home in the green, to be able to identify these moves, learn these patterns. I'm guiding people each and every day. And that's important. Whether you're trading 30-year bonds, look, the 30-year bonds on a beautiful pattern right now, just ran 530 seconds. You buy one bond, you made 31.25 times 5. Beautiful buy reversal. MACD's crossing up from below the pivot. It's a beautiful, beautiful pattern. What you really want to focus on overall, you want to be able to focus on your type of trading, whether you want to scalp trade, day trade, use the 3 minute, the 5 minute, the 15s, or the bigger time frames as well, the 30 and 60 minute time frames. That's really, really very, very important. Okay, that is very, very important there. Okay, one of the things I have to say, okay, on the Back to the Futures, okay, is that when people ask me questions regarding trading, they say to me, Steve, tell me what the most important thing is. The most important thing for me is to be consistent. And then you have to have your discipline. And what I've instilled here in just my almost 41 and a half years, plus with my technology, is the confidence level. I'm helping people all around the world, give them the confidence, because I stream every day from 9 to 4, but give them the ability to recognize the markets, to understand what I'm teaching. Why is this pattern? I said today, we're going to get this nice pullback. This is the pullback on the 5 minute. Beautiful. I said we're going to rip. Wait till they get a little bit overbought. Wait till the MACDs are negative, and wait for the indexes to reach a real significant overbought condition on the 15, 30, and hourly. And that's exactly what happened. And when they did that, guess what happened? When they did that, we called a short. The S&Ps dropped from 51.10. They dropped almost 18 handles off the highs. And then we caught the long. They just rallied 10. And they have a little bit of a sell divergence here. But, so the S&Ps go from 92 up to 01. And that's a pretty nice, significant trade right there. But, what you really want to do is to be able to recognize. So like on that pattern right here, because the MACDs are negative and the algo flipped negative here, I knew it's going to be very hard, okay, for the S&Ps to make a new high right now on that push up, okay, off the 15. I think you're going to get a push up as we did. I should have probably called a little bit of a scalp short there. They just dropped 4 or 5 handles on the S&P. But relatively speaking, what we really want to focus on is the proper setups, the proper trades, the proper ways to look at the market, the way we look at the market to enhance our profitability, right? And, so many people call me from all around the world who want to learn futures, whether it's gold. I mean, gold's been on fire. I mean, you can't deny the moves in gold. Today, we had a move in gold that ran $7 at one point. A phenomenal pattern. He has a 30-year bonds. They go from 21, 22 up to 27. That's a phenomenal move, But again, it's really up to the individuals who, whether you're trading S&P futures, NASDAQ futures, Dow futures, Russell futures, gold, 30-year bonds. My research has shown me that you need to look at the underlying ETFs every single time you're trading. And when you're trading the markets, you want to be able to have your time frames lined up, and you want to be able to recognize the patterns and give yourself the best ability for you to be able to trade the markets, right? To be able to give yourself the pattern, like on that pattern right there, that was a sell divergence, so I knew to exit longs. I'll wait for one more pullback on the 5-minute. Hopefully I get it, and then I'll look for another push up off these 15s, because not only are the 15s going to set up, looks like the 30-minute time frame is going to set up too on the underlying ETFs here. Do I think we make new highs here? It's 50-50 right now. It's 50-50. With the right now, oil is completely erased the gains from today. Oil's down over $1 off the highs. But the one thing that people need to focus on, right, is the following. If you have the proper technology, you learn from someone like myself, right, who trades real capital, my own money at times, and others, and then to be able to learn from someone like myself who has the experience, who has the technology, who's going to teach you this. And I talk to people all around the world. My phone blows up via text or phone calls at the end of each day. I've never not missed a time to ever call anybody back. I find it to be something I love to do because my legacy depends on your success, right? And with that, it's really important to understand the patterns right before. Look at the 30-year bonds, completely erased the losses of the day, making now new highs on the day. All right. And when we focus on the markets in a way that we're able to identify these patterns. So my research has shown me during the day, we get anywhere between 12 to 18 great trades on the futures markets. That's whether you're trading the NASDAQ, the S&P, the gold, oil, 30-year bonds, YMs, or RTYs, right? And that's a lot. But normally on the underlying ETFs and or the individual name stocks, I'll get between 4 to 6, maybe 8 trades in a day. That's more than enough. You wait patiently for these patterns to set up, and then you go from there, right? You go from there. So, what you really want to be able to do, you want to be able to always hit singles and doubles, as I did, always singles and doubles. And what you want with that is to be able to be consistent, right? You want to be able to be consistent in every way possible in the skill set of trading. That to me is the most honest way to be able to trade the market, right? To be able to trade, be able to just look at yourself and say, you know what? I just pulled out $500 today out of the market. If you can make $500 a day, that's $125,000 a year. And trust me, with the way the markets move, especially the futures markets, and when you wait for these patterns, just say here on the S&Ps, let's say you bought one S&P contract, okay, 93.5, 94. You sold it at 5 handles. That's $250 on a big one, right? Now, a lot of people trade the big ones, right? A lot of people trade the micros, but it's also a comfort level. And a lot of people who switch over from trading options or equities who want to learn futures, they start with paper trading, they go to micros, and then they go to a big one when the patterns are there. As like today, for example, this first pullback on the 5-minute time frame after the 15 and the 30-minute time frame reversed to buy, that was a monster pattern. Monster. Does anybody have any questions? Again, I'm here every Tuesday and Thursday from 1:30 to 2. Today is a big critical day here based upon our So with that being said, it's all critical to the point that when you're trading the markets, wait patiently, wait for the proper setup, wait. I teach this each and every day, and patience is significant. Those five key words: consistency, discipline, confidence, patience, and passion. Those five key words. I was a baseball player. Okay, I took those words from my baseball skills into the art of trading. Right? Consistency. I batted third all the time. Right? Discipline. I knew to take what pitches. Right? Confidence. Well, I had the confidence. I was batting third and I was always on base, right? Patience, waiting for my pitch. And then obviously the passion. I was the first one at the park practically almost every time we had a game or a practice. So I still have it. I come to the office sometimes, in the wee hours. I'm here. I'm looking at the overnight sessions. I'm so engaged. I watch my right eye never moves off the current bar. I'm so engaged on every tick and every move in the market. But again, this is what it takes to be able to play a very hard game. Baseball is a significant hard game, and so is trading. Okay. If anybody has any questions here, it's election day. 2 more hours until the end of the day, and let's just see where the markets are going to be heading here now. There's an outside. I would say there's probably a good 50-50 that we push up to the highs of the day, if not make new highs. And I think that's really what we're looking for right now. Does anybody have any questions here at all? Again, if anybody has any questions and you don't want to talk here, you can always text me or call me at 914-500-7484. I'm able to talk to you. Let's have a chat. Let's see how I can help you in any way possible. But for me, I love doing this each and every day. For me, this is a remarkable time in my life to be able to give back, to teach others, and to be able to see you all be consistent and to help change your lives. Okay. We got a couple minutes left here. Let's just see what else is transpiring here. With 2 hours to go here, I don't really expect to see much per se, other than the fact that when we're looking at the markets now, we're up 54 points, 55, Nasdaq up 219, and the markets are really signaling that they're feeling confident what candidate's going to win. I don't think the markets are reacting like this because they're happy the election is over. I think the markets are leaning because they see a lot of positives in one candidate versus another. And I think that's why the market is fueled up. I don't think there's a lot of shorts in the market. We did drop from the 59.35 down to 57.25 or something like that. We dropped about 240 points, 220 points on the S&P. I don't think there's a lot of shorts left. A lot of people are trying to play catch up for the year end after what we're up for the year, about 20+%. So I don't think there's a lot of shorts here right now. Now, that could all change come whoever is declared a winner, and that could be pretty ugly. Now, everybody's saying the same thing. This time I have to say I kind of agree with it. I never jump into the same boat I never jump in the same boat. I will tell you this, though. Okay, I've been doing this now, like I said, 41 and a half years. I had a bad tick on the S&P futures. So there was a tick, a bad price point that popped up on my charts. And I saw 65.35 or 65.85 or something like that, or 55. I saw that bad tick. I'm like, wow, I've been in this game so long that these bad ticks, the price always goes back to that bad tick. So just keep that in mind. I'm Stephen Kalayjian. Thank you for joining me here, Back to the Futures. If you have any questions, again, please text me at 914-500-7484. Have a great day. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. Have a great day, everybody.
You know how the financial world goes. Here comes the buzzkill. Please make sure to take some time to read this boring disclaimer. We will owe you one.